Hey, good night, good night, good night. Welcome to Unhinged, episode 2.
Good night, everybody.
I am Dwayne, and this is my co host,
Elise?
Elise. Alright, so we're back again. So, Elise, what's on your mind tonight?
Yes. A lot.
A lot? Okay. Alright.
Yeah. I'm still reeling from the last one.
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not owning that. Anyway, so I think we have some interesting topics tonight, or some questions that really need answered. First one: should you tell someone if they're being cheated on? What's your take?
When you say someone, what do you mean?
I don't know, a
A
friend,
friend?
a close
A
relative.
family member?
Yeah, that's a family member.
I thought it was supposed to be men. People supposed to be minding their business. But anyway, a friend. A close friend or acquaintance?
A close friend.
It makes a difference. A close friend?
Yeah.
Hmm. I would say yes. Because would you not want your friend to tell you? If you're close, like if you're close and you a close friend and you don't want to see them get hurt, would you sit in
Um.
silence? Are you being a friend if you don't say something?
Okay, so let me respond with a true story. So, there was this guy was dating a close relative of mine, very close relative. So a couple times, I saw him with this young lady in my relative car. He was driving my relative car. I had this young lady in the car. So a couple nights later, I'm at a jam. I outside hanging with my boys, and this same fellow and the same young lady come in walking towards the entrance. So when he see me, he just kind of started to walk a little slower and slower. So by the time they get to us, the girl was kind of ahead of him. So I didn't say nothing, I let it go. And it occurred like the following weekend. So I pulled him aside and I was like, all of that is necessary. As long as you don't put your hand on my relative, it ain't none of my business. Either man out there doing shopping is just like you. At least would you believe that when my relative found out and break up with him, this punk had the nerve to fix him out and tell a relative that I had no. So, my response to that question is generally no, but it depends on the closeness of the person to me. If it's a very close relative, and I see you starting to talk about moving in to live with this person, or marriage, or having a child with this person, then at that point, I'll kind of pull you up and say, hey, pump the brakes, A, B, C, and C. Generally, I try to stay out of it because like domestic affairs, period, because when they kiss and make up, you don't become the enemy. At the time when they're cussing the person, you might be there, and all you're doing is agreeing with them. Oh, she's at this, he's at that, she's at the other. And you're like, yeah. You're just going along. You're not really saying anything. But when they kiss and make up, my son, you should have heard what Dwayne say. Dwayne say you this, Dwayne say you that. So I tend to stay out of it. Because, like I say, when they kiss and make up, you become the enemy. That's my take.
And I think, from my perspective, I don't mind being an enemy at the end of the day because I would want to be told from a true friend. No, I don't. I wouldn't say something. It was just speculation, and I didn't know for sure. Um, and even if they do kiss and makeup, it won't be the other person's first, and it won't be their last. They more than likely will do it again. But as a friend, I think I would want somebody to tell me.
I,
Um, and I can't be somebody's friend and watch somebody they care about and they really have a relationship with. To me, when you step over that boundary, you are disrespecting them. And as a friend, I don't want anybody to disrespect my friends. No, I don't have. I have a lot of people that I know, but my friends,
okay.
I
So
would I would say something.
so here's a challenge, because sometimes the person that disrespecting your friend, like leaving clues, clue after clue after clue after clue, to a point where you're looking at your friend or your relative, and it's like, you can't tell me you ain't seen this. You just don't want to see it. It's like that saying, you don't want to believe your lying eyes. So that'll be the challenge. If the person blatant with it, and you just sitting down acting like you're here in out in La La Land, I don't have nothing to say. I don't.
I'm gonna go back to what I said last time. Well, not really, but women have this intuition. Like they know when something is not right. But they can't say for sure. Um, and some women tend to ignore it. Some women tend to accept it. And if that person is a good friend of mine, a really good friend of mine, I probably would hear them say something. If I factually know that what they were saying, there's it there's validity and truth to it, I would say something to them. Because that's like letting my friend be hurt. And I don't think that's what friends do.
See, I think it fall back to this: women are emotional creatures. Because as a man, I'm like, dude, if she doing all this and you ain't seeing this, it's because you don't want to see. It can't be that the whole world seeing it and you're not seeing it. See, there are instances where people would cheat and they kind of good with it, and then some other people will cheat in a blatant matter, like, I don't care, like, go back and tell them. For instance, you cheating, so you going to Tatola on August Monday with your side piece. Knowing half of St. Thomas gonna be on Tatola for August Monday. You're going to Miami Carnival. You're going to all the VI jam them with your side piece, knowing that a bunch of people from the VI gonna be there. When you're moving like that, if you're my friend and this is how this person, your significant other moving, I don't have nothing to say to you. Because they're just blatant in your face, and it's just a case of you not wanting to believe your lying eyes. And I can't let you get away with a comment that women don't know. A VI woman, and any VI man that live with a VI woman for 6 months or
Watch
more
what you say.
could relate to this. You could go to sleep, everything good, you and your VI woman good, and in the middle of the night, She wake you up to some hard thump. And you open it, I like, what going on? She thumping you because of something that you say in some dream that she had.
What?
So you never do that. You never wake up mad with your significant other over something that he say or do in a dream of yours.
No,
Really?
that is not. No.
I hope you don't have very woman about you revoke your card. You know?
Okay, but I I I don't know.
You're a unicorn. Okay?
I That's weird. No.
That's weird, man. Elise, you never went sleep good and wake up watching this. Okay, so you ain't hit him in the middle of the night, but you wake up watching him side eye because of something that occurred in a dream of yours.
A dream?
Yes.
No. No.
You're a
Absolutely
unicorn.
not.
You're a unicorn. And then VI woman about to revoke a VI woman card.
I
Anyway.
doubt that, but okay.
Huh? See?
I
Roy.
can't I can't knock you for your experiences, but
See, I know only person. I read in the chat now. See, Roy said. See, then they want to throw hot oil in your ears. Yeah. So yeah, I had a Yankee friend who was dating a VI woman. So I had to tell him, if y'all ever get into an argument and she starts saying that she making Johnny cake for you and it's nighttime, nah boss. Do not go to sleep. You know what I mean? Do not go to sleep.
I have never heard
Okay,
anybody do anything like that.
I'm reading the chat. So see? them women in the chat admitted it. Roy went through the same thing. She said she woke up angry for something that she found. I don't know. Sometimes even you have a dispute with your VI woman. Y'all talk it out. You think it's totally resolved. You go to sleep. Or you go about your business. An hour later, she mad about the whole thing again. And what happened in the interim? She went and consult with the crew.
Mm-hmm.
And for some reason, with your VI woman, it's always the woman in the party that can't keep a man that have the most relationship advice for the rest of y'all. You don't find that true?
To a certain extent.
All right.
However,
However,
however, when you say the woman in the group that can't keep a man, I don't think that's necessarily the truth. That she can't keep a man. It's just that her standards are to a point where she just is accepting any and anybody. And the right person has not come along. It's not that she can't keep a man. It's just that she knows her worth. And come on, Dwayne. She knows her worth. And she's just not accepting any man. She's desperate for a man. You know, you notice that I could do bad all by myself. I don't need some
that's what she tell I. She
just
just
to
good
say I have a
miserable.
man.
That's what she tell I. That's what she tell I.
Listen,
Anyway. Mm-hmm.
yes.
No, we can. Okay, we can agree to disagree. So anyway, back to the original question. I mind my business. I don't have anything to say unless it's a circumstance with a person really close to me, and I see you really getting like deeply involved with this person. You're talking marriage. You're talking about living with them. You're talking about having a child with them. You know, at that point, that I would say something. But other than that, I mind my business. Because when y'all kiss and make up, you know, 'tis me. You good there?
I just no. I think I'm what they say. I'm a girl's girl, and yes, to a certain extent, you mind your own business. But when it comes to a point where they're hurting my friend, I'm saying something. And if my friend with that knowledge decides to kiss and make up, then that's fine. But at least I have done my due diligence as a friend to
Okay.
make sure.
So let me point out something. I just want I to see how nice and diplomatic and upstanding Elise will be acting when this camera go on live, you know. I don't want to see the
What?
conduct before and after. So I gonna call you out. This is just one big scheme to make it look like Dwayne will be taking advantage of poor, nice, angelic Elise. So let me just get her out of
He
it.
does.
Okay?
He does.
What? Just,
I'm an angel.
yeah, just let me get
Anybody
out of
that
it.
knows me will tell you that I am angelic.
No, 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 no. Elise is not a keyboard bully. She's a bully in real life. Okay? So I just got to call you out. Anyway, next question. Do you feel that social media is ruining relationships?
No,
No?
I think people don't remember that social media is social media, and everything you see, everything you read is not always true. Yes, there are serious conversations that happen on social media, but why would you let social media or the people on social media or whatever it is destroy a relationship? Why are we taking it that seriously?
Well, okay. So I would say that social media itself don't ruin relationships, but there are people that, as you indicated, social media is just that. This is a place to hang out, talk shit, laugh. You know, it's just like being in a club, just like being in a bar. It's just that we're doing it virtually. But they have some people that be like living a whole life on social media. Every single thing they do, they have to post. They traveling, they go out for breakfast, take a picture of the breakfast, they post it, post a picture at lunch, post a picture at dinner. Meanwhile, the light cut back home. You know, so I think too many people live for likes, and unfortunately, we live in a world that could be nasty at times, most of the time. So a lot of people don't have good intentions, and misery love company. So I feel that when you have the social media crowd too ingrained in your relationship, it open a door for people to create issues. You with me so far?
I agree with that.
Okay. I'll give you an example.
But
Good.
the strength of a relationship shouldn't be based on an imaginary, to some degree, social experiment. If because there's so many. Now, I would say that people are malicious. That people are not malicious. There are people that are malicious, and they will try to destroy your relationship through social media. But I still say it stands on the strength of your relationship.
Yeah, I won't disagree with that, but I think when you post too much of your business on social media, then the strength of your relationship is like tested repeatedly unnecessarily. Um, give you a good example. So go back to IVA woman. So if a man dating a very woman and you tell them you ain't really care for them to be posting on Facebook, oh, you don't want your other woman to see and all that kind of nonsense. Sometimes it's just a private person and you don't want people all up in your stars. So I was dating this lady and she wanted to
Hold
post
on one
pictures.
second.
Go.
Hold on one second. I got to mark this down because this is my lady number 99.
Hey, hey,
I'm
hey.
marking it. Go ahead.
I don't call names and I use them fake names. So sometimes somebody's the same person, you know. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I tell her, she wanted to do a photo shoot. So we did the photo shoot. She wanted to post the pictures on Facebook. I was like, I don't think it's a good idea. Her whole thing was, oh, you got a woman, you don't want them to know, you know. So anyway, okay, go ahead and post them. So she posted the pictures. So hey, look how wicked people is. Her and I at the movies. I go out because the movie didn't begin yet. So I gone on the concession line. So while I'm in the line, I saw a young lady that went to UVI with me. So we chatting it up, you know. We see each other in a while. By the time I reach back into the theater, this dude that had like the girl I was dating, don't take a picture of me and the girl in concession line and text it to my girl saying, see, I don't tell you about this law enforcement man. This hoe, they ain't no good, this and that and the other. Now, nobody know I was involved with this girl until she posted a damn photo shoot on Facebook. So I just gave that story to give an example of how just putting yourself out there just open a door for miserable people, jealous people to now want to come and mess up what you have.
So did the girl believe him?
No, because she had the movies with me. He didn't know that.
Right.
But I'm just saying, that kind of nonsense only start when you posted the pictures on Facebook.
So again, I don't think social media is
Danica.
to blame.
So Danica put in the chat, I must accept my whorishness. That's such a violent word. Why it can't be that I'm very giving of myself in a former life?
Yeah, you've given of yourself. You like the Energizer bunny. You keep going
Listen
and
here.
going and going.
There are 3 females to every female on the planet. Most of the prison population are males. So that puts pressure on the rest of us out there. So when you want to come and have a whole man for yourself, that means 2 other women can't have a man because you have a whole man for yourself.
Dwayne, don't start no shit here tonight.
Hey,
I mean, excuse me.
these are statistics,
Sorry.
okay? Why tell you about our studies? This is a scientifically unscientific study. Okay? So when you want to have a man for yourself, you're being selfish. You're being greedy. You're being inconsiderate.
I don't give a damn.
Okay?
I don't give a damn.
Where is your sense of civic duty?
Selfish, greedy, whatever. I don't give a damn.
Why you gotta be like that?
Y'all don't want to be on the men don't want the pictures on social media because of the very fact that you just see they have one one man for three women, and
Hmm.
that's why you don't didn't want your picture on social media.
No,
It was had nothing to do with no,
I am very capable of being happy in private. I don't live for likes. You know what I mean? You get people that live for likes. I don't live for likes. You know, I show up, I do my thing, and I keep it moving. I don't need a thank you. I don't need a pat on my back. You know.
most people are that way. I
Yeah.
think I think I don't know. If somebody knows what they have, I
Mm.
don't think social media could ruin it. I really don't. Now, not to say there are people that are not malicious, like you said, but I take that kind of stuff with a grain of salt.
All right. Okay. So our conclusion is that social media itself is not ruining the relationships, but
No, I
right.
don't think it is.
Yeah, I don't think it is. I think
I think people that choose to be malicious are the ones that ruin relationship.
yeah, yeah, and I think like I said, I think people are use social media uh, for things beyond what it's really for. You know, and anybody could say anything on social media. So people will see things on the internet and act like it's gospel because the internet's sake. You know what the internet say, gay?
Huh?
I found out I was gay on the internet. I didn't even know. I'm that good of hiding this thing that I didn't even know.
How did somebody deduce that?
I don't know. But I was driving one time and somebody called me and told me to Google my name. You know, and it was there that I'm a Dongla brother. I was like, shit. I said, God, I didn't even know. I fooled myself. But anyway, I thought it was entertaining.
See,
I
but
thought it was
that's
funny.
malicious people.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that's the point that I'm making, that people just see things on the internet, and because they see it on the internet, act like it's gospel. The internet is this information superhighway, but there are no state troopers. So people could do what they want, say what they want.
I like that.
You know what I mean? All right. Question number 3. So a young lady told me to pose this question. She wanted to see what the discussion would be. The question is, can cheating help some relationships last longer? I'll let you go first.
How that don't even make sense.
So her explanation was, you could have a side piece, and the side piece just fill in this particular void, this niche. And because the side piece fill in this particular void, it makes what they're dealing with at home easier to tolerate.
Then you don't have a relationship. You have two relationships.
Not necessarily.
Well, you tell me all about it, Mister. Not necessarily.
So back in a former life, I was like a professional sighting. So I was involved with this married lady. I don't want to get too graphic, but her thing was her husband didn't want to try new things in the bedroom. Like it was the same two positions from the time she had met him. Like I think like maybe 15 years they were together at that point. So she wanted to try like new positions and different stuff, and he just wouldn't do it. But outside of that, she had no issue with him. She said, "Oh, my job." You're looking puzzled.
Again, it does not make any sense.
I don't agree. How you mean it don't make sense? You're the same person I said last time that having a work husband don't make your life better. You didn't say that?
Yeah, but there's a difference between a work husband and somebody with turning upside down.
I'm not saying that they're the same. I'm just saying the same way that what work husband are filling a void is the same way side piece filling a void.
That's a boundary void. That's a boundary. You're crossing a boundary that you should not be crossing.
Well, it might be a boundary for you, but it's clearly not a boundary for other
You have
people.
to,
And it works if the terms are set out from the beginning. The side man know this is his role. I know this was my job. The only reason I'm around is because this woman want to try things other than these two positions and her being doing it.
and what did you get out of it?
Boy, it was perfect for me. I ain't got to take her to dinner, take a hairdresser, none of this other stuff. I just show up, do my thing, and I get.
And how did the husband feel about it?
He didn't know, it was none of his business.
Why?
I was her side piece, not his side piece. We just talk about relationships and mind your business.
That is his business.
No. I was her side piece, not his. I had a relationship with her, not both of them. Not in that instance.
See, that's what I said. It's two relationships. You just said you had a relationship with her.
Well,
She had a relationship with him and you. So it's two relationships.
I use the word relationship, but I shouldn't have. It wasn't a relationship. I mean,
Okay, yeah. Backtrack.
Speaking,
Backtrack.
I'm sure how wicked this VI woman is. So, I had an arrangement with this girl. She my woman.
Wait, same girl? Because I'm marking them down here.
This was in a former life. This was in a former
Okay.
life. So I was helping out a friend. The friend here in the chat though. So he didn't want to be bothered with this girl. Right?
Oh my God.
And the girl keep calling. So he was like, man, go handle her. So
You are a hitch man. Anyway,
No.
go ahead.
no, teamwork. I gonna take one for the team. You know, so I can. And I took one for the team. So it was good. So I come back, I like, so why you didn't want to go back, you know? For none of that, he like, she's too disgusting. She keep calling. Anyway, so me and this girl have this arrangement. We'd hook up every now and then, you know, but if I see you in the street with somebody, I gonna pass you straight. If you see me with somebody, you pass me straight. So one time, I give this friend a ride, and he had lived kind of close to her. So I was like, you ain't see her in a while. Let me go check for her. So I went and I parked down the road, and I walked back up. So I knock on the door, nobody answer. So as I'm walking back to the car, she walking on her way home with a dude. So I pass her straight, because this is what we do. So she like, oh, excuse me, this is how we living now? And of course I have this look on my face like, so anyway, she tell the dude to wait here. And she walked back to me. So she like, what you doing around here? So I was like, I came to look for you, but, you know, clearly you're busy. So she like, nah, wait. So she went back. So she talked to the dude. She come back to me and she say, we going to the regular spot? So I say, yeah. She say, you willing to give him a ride, Fort Miller? So I like, you serious? So she like, yeah. I said, sure. Tell the dude come. So we gone. He jump in my back seat. Whole time I struggling now not to laugh because I can't believe this dude really, really take this right. So we drop him off Fort Mill now, and we went to do our thing. So my purpose of telling a story was just to expose the capability, the depth, the range of the misconduct of some IVI woman. Okay? To this day, when I see this man, I don't be laughing. Ain't no way we're getting in that car. No way. No way. Come defend.
Dwayne, you out of order.
Are you there?
Yes. You out of order.
Why you there? Why do wrong?
Because the whole thing is wrong. Because if you're passing her in the street, where you going to knock on her door for?
Because that been a while.
They don't call people first?
Normally I would have, but since I went in the area, I just knock on the door and see. So I
So
don't think.
So who did she tell you this guy was?
Huh?
Who did she tell you he was? Or
Me,
did
I
she
didn't
tell you
ask.
who he was?
I didn't ask.
I mean, when I say who he was, like if that was just her friend or
No, her
more than
boyfriend.
her friend.
Her boyfriend. She told me that not that day, but some point later on. Yeah. But I feel a woman good enough. So one of these episodes.
You consistently saying VA woman good, and I listening to you and being a BI man right now.
Miss, I didn't do anything wrong at all. I went to look for the young lady. I was passing her because this is the arrangement that we have. This is the understanding. I am not your man. You are my woman. Once in a while, we'll get together. Okay? So I would have passed a guard in my car and don't feel no way. So tell me why you do wrong.
I have no words. Like
What? Okay, what would you have done
usually am
if you were
able to
me?
respond. I'm sorry.
If you were
If
me,
I were
what
you, I
would you have
wasn't
done?
going to woman help. I wasn't going to help. If you have that kind of relationship where I don't pass each other in the street, what are you doing to my dog? You're embracing. You're brazen.
Same reason. I drive past your house. I like, it's been a while. It's been a while. So you don't feel that cheating could help some relationships last longer?
No. No.
I don't agree with you.
I don't. That's foolishness.
Nah, it's not foolishness. So even okay. So you willing to divorce your husband just because of this one little void?
I'm. First of all, I would think my husband would want to meet me where I am. And if not, then there's some kind of problem there too.
Yeah. So I was a solution. I was a fix.
Go ahead, keep telling yourself that.
I was a fix. I was a fix. Okay.
You keep telling yourself that. You are a true Virgin Island man.
And oh no, no. So I take some L's too, I take some
I'm
L's too.
sorry?
I took some L's. I took some losses.
Duh. Duh.
But that need a whole episode because I need to come and lay down on your virtual couch and have a whole therapy session.
Yeah, you come.
Okay, here's this thing I want to discuss. Because this guy and I had a conversation about a situation that he's in. So, I have this lady that he like, and he been caught enough for a while. So he's like, he'll help her out, now and then. So the man say, she built up his hopes. He thought he was going to make it past third base and make it home. And she basically like fraud him, right? So she called him like a couple days ago, asking him if he could help out with her rent money. So he was like, what I think he should do. So my advice to him was, just like how she celibate down there, tell her your wallet celibate too. What are your thoughts?
He's an idiot.
If they do the idiot, I
Yeah.
think so. I think so. So you agree with my advice?
I agree with your advice, but I don't agree with the way you put it.
How you mean? The man say,
Because
he says she tell him that she's practicing celibacy. So I said to him, tell her that your wallet practicing celibacy too.
so he was helping her out, hoping that one day, like you said, they're gonna soon. But
Yeah.
when did she tell him she was celibate? Before or after?
I don't I don't I don't know. I think he said that she had get his hopes up, and I guess when he finally kind of like press her, she tell him she practicing celibacy.
But he's an idiot,
I think so too.
and that's the end of that for me. He's an idiot.
So you have no issue with financial celibacy.
No, I don't think. No, I no.
Okay, so let me ask you a
Because she know
business.
exactly what she did.
I gonna ask you a business now.
Huh?
I gonna ask you your business. So, are you willing to share with us a bad bedroom first impression? Hello?
Huh?
Are you willing to share with us an experience that turned out to be a bad first experience? First impression. Happened? You're quiet, man. So I'm gonna share one. I'm gonna share one. Since you are here, I can
Okay. Yeah, you go right ahead.
All right. So, man, I just girl had like a bad, really, really bad. So I go in by her house, talking up. We hanging out for hours and hours every night. You know, her father ended up getting sick, so her mother used to come home from work. She cook dinner, get a little rest, and then she go to the hospital and stay the night with her father. Right? So one night I gone out, like a Friday night, I gone out with my classmates. We hanging out, drinking. And the statutes and limitations already run at this. So if any police are there watching, leave me alone. So, on my way home, drunk like a fish. I just struggling to keep between the two lines and not to hit nothing in front of me. My cell phone ring. And this was back in the day when cell phones were like $1 a minute. So this is some time back. So I to the top of Rappoon Hill. She called. She live Estate Thomas. I live Lime Street. And I like, man. So she like, oh, mommy gone to the hospital. I want you come over. What the term she use? I'm willing to seduce myself to you. Some stupidness like that. Right? So I take the top of Rappoon Hill. I like, man, meaning no condition. But I don't want it to be that I've been pressing her for months and months, and now she finally willing to give in, and I flake out on her. So I turn around, I go back to State Thomas. Gone in Ellis. So I remember entering the house. The next thing I know, pop! A blow to my face. I was on the ground. No clothes on. She naked too. The room smelled like sex. And she just cussing the hell out of me because I fall asleep on top of her. And I mean, she cussed. She went off. I didn't even know she had vowels in her vocabulary. Effing this, effing that. How I supposed to feel as a woman if you fall asleep on top of me? Oh my God. On. Take your clothes and get out. Right? Put me out. Get out of my car. So I make it home. She never give me a chance to make up with her. So, this woman walk in the streets and could honestly say, I will get her in bed. You want to give me another chance? I explained to her that I was out drinking.
I don't give a damn.
Huh?
No. Explain nothing. I don't give a damn.
Elise, this was I didn't expect her to call. She give me no kind of hint that she was going to call. And
How you give somebody a hint you gonna call?
She said, well, I might call you later. You might be in the mood. And I explain my situation. I didn't want to not come. And then you'd be like, Alice wants you behind me and you ain't sure. So why all these women in the chat talk about they want to give me another chance? Okay. So to this day.
You should have keep going to Lime Street.
Yes. Fellows, if you ain't 100%, don't go. At least after the first encounter. If my belly ain't feeling right, if I ain't well rested, I ain't coming. Okay? You ain't gonna talk about me. That was self-correcting error. Okay. So now share yours.
When I am hardly ever speechless, but you just leave me speechless.
Yeah, can you?
I just don't understand.
You don't want to have me here like as a crazy man.
I just don't understand. I don't get it.
What you don't get?
I'm lost. Like the whole thing. Like all of that, and then you still want to go back.
Yeah, I can't have you walk in the street saying like ice gab in bed.
Why?
Huh? Woman attack. So you be telling your friend them,
I
yeah,
mean,
the man out with the go out with, you know. So woman not that.
I just
Hmm?
nobody sent you. You should have go home. You was going home. You should have keep going.
Yeah, but months and months of time and effort and energy had already been invested.
But you should have waited till you know you was ready to go.
Well, there was no guarantee the other chance will like another chance will come.
Okay. One got away. What the hell?
But it
You just tell me you have three women to one man. Another chance to come with somebody else, right?
okay, so here's a scientific study.
Oh my gosh.
If one person has a bad experience in a restaurant, they'll tell 13 people. If one person has a good experience in a restaurant, they'll tell 4. That's a scientifically unscientific fact.
And
Check it
what's
out.
your point?
So I can't have her, I can't look at it as just one bad experience, one that got away. She will tell other people. As a man, you want your reputation to precede you, but you want it to be a good reputation.
I again, I just
All right.
what?
Why are you sitting there looking dumbfounded and stupefied? You never speechless.
Because you're an ass.
I'm glad to come out. Then woman say, Elise okay age and you. She didn't cuss you out in her first episode. Keep telling them, you know. She just pretending. Anyway, I'll give you one more. One more. Okay.
Wait. Let me take a drink. Hold on.
Let's talk about cheat back. The revenge cheat. The revenge cheat. And I know you don't act angelic, so I don't expect you to
I'm an
acknowledge.
angel, I keep telling you.
Okay, so
I'm an
you
angel.
so you had any friends that ever engaged in a revenge cheat, the cheat back?
Absolutely.
How would it work out for them?
Very well. Cause y'all are just men. They're just with any vibe.
I'm offended.
From what I heard. Women that plan it out. Because we gonna make sure. Especially first of all, 100% of the time, he cheated first. And if we do decide, as I have heard, I don't know, as I've heard, we are planning, plan it out so that when you find out, and you will, you'll be walking naked on waterfront.
So every man.
This is what I heard.
Okay.
This is what I heard.
So I could tell you why most of the men that you see walking waterfront because of women, what happened. So every man that got a one, probably women too, but I couldn't speak for men. Every man that got a one serious heartbreak or hard care. I talk about when you get you don't have no appetite, you exercise it in the morning before work, you exercise it after work, you ain't sleeping. Next thing you have to buy a whole new wardrobe because all the clothes falling off for you. The key to that is the earlier in life that you get her, the better off it'll be. When man walk the waterfront, it's because they didn't get that early in life. So they went through the earlier stages of their dating life feeling like invincible and it can't happen to them. So when they finally get a lash later on in life, they don't know how to deal with it. When you get it early in life, each lash, each card, they become easier to deal with and it affects you less and less. I virtually can't proof now. Like I immune to them. They hit me a lash.
That's because you had me.
That's because what?
You had me to deal with. You be walking like a fucking chicken. When I done with the mother stuff.
I had a really list. Hey. That thing don't faze me, Liz. I telling you, I get mine. Look, so I call, right? Talking to her. I called to ask her something. But the discussion went in another direction. So we talking, and she, I sleepy. So eventually, like, all right, to go sleep. We'll talk in the morning. So maybe 10 minutes later, I like, oh shit. I call her and I still didn't ask her what I had called to ask. So I called back. Sister answered the phone to ask for her. Sister like, she ain't here. I'm like, huh? She ain't there. She didn't know. She gone. So at least I jump in my car. So I went and I parked on the road above the road that they lived on, in a spot where I could see the front of the house. I was there from like 9:30 the night till she come home. She got dropped home like 6:45 the next morning. I don't think I blink. My hand was dry. No sleep, me indoors, me nada. I was the whole night. Anyway, I got home, being gone to work, can't think straight for like 3 weeks. I exercising in the morning before work, exercising after work, me eating, me sleeping. Yeah, my son. The lash out hot.
I'm sure it was well deserved.
In all honesty, yeah. And that's the next thing too. Like, some men get a girl and feel like, okay, this a good woman. She ain't the type that gonna cheat. And then it'll be running rampant with the recklessness. I don't care how good a woman she is. Everybody have a breaking point. You know what I'm saying? I see the best of women out there get driven to that point. So yeah, man, I get my lash. All my clothes, I'm all looking like clown suit on me. I have to replace my whole wardrobe. Yeah. And then the lash after that one didn't hurt as bad. And the one after that were even less. And it's just to the point now where it don't faze me. So I'm the easiest person to care now. Because if you tell me you're going down there with your cousin, you're going down there with your cousin. I've lived long enough and experienced enough to know that I don't need to go looking. It'll come and it'll fall in my lap. So.
How?
You start to see. Okay, so remember now, I have been on the other side of this thing. So when I see things, I know like, aha, something like that. And I ain't getting looking. But I've been on the other side.
If you find out a woman cheating, it's because she want you to.
Hard to argue because I good. I really good. I really good. I sit down right next to I man and have a whole conversation with the side piece. Speaking in code. Talking about the soap opera. When they say certain things, they say things, know what I mean? Yeah, the jackass right next to me. You know, so yeah, I good. I
They
really good.
get back in and go get back unless they got back. No, they've been got.
That's probably how women are think.
Yeah, we do.
I
I mean, we put and thought and energy and science behind this. Because you will know.
true.
Don't you ever come out again, bro.
So I do shit like got two mad with the same name.
Huh?
Huh? One time I had a co-husband I didn't know about. His name was doing too.
Yeah, because then you don't make mistake when you call in the name.
Yeah, I devious, you know. So when you're in the bed thinking like, I hit a spot, you know, and she's singing out my name and things like that all the time, you know. Probably the other doing she was thinking about.
Probably. You'll never know.
This how bold this woman, this she was. They used to come to my job, cause his vehicle was like tinted really, really dark. So he used to come to the gas station where he used to do security to buy gas with she in the car to verify that I was there before they go do the business. All these things I found out after the fact, I had to call up and like, yeah, you're good, you're good. Yeah. I don't know if I double.
Because the long and the short of the whole matter is, are you too bright? And one thing what I hear, FBI, CIA, Secret Service, with everything but ice, with everything else but. So we will fight.
And I had to work together more than man. I had to work
And if we
together.
don't find out, it's because we don't pay. We don't give a damn.
So what's your take on this? Oh, what a phrase I had to use. I come with you as a woman. That's what I had to say.
To who?
Like when some women find out that okay, the husband might be or boyfriend might be cheating with such and such, this other person, you'll call them up. I come with you as a woman, and then start to question them off or have a discussion with them. Well, what's your huh?
I never heard that. I come to you as a woman.
Yeah.
What is that? For what?
Yeah, that'll be some BS. And the thing is, fellas, you gotta be careful with these women that are start up being side piece that have aspirations to be the main woman. Them is the ones that'll be problematic. Because if the woman start to find out something, come to them as a woman, oh Jesus, they spill the whole guts. This is what he'll do, this is where we'll meet, this is what he'll tell you. Like really? But what I fail to understand, when I fire you in teams. So If you're a side piece, don't think you're going to come and frig up the main relationship because then you're going to get promoted. Fire the whole team. You were quiet over there.
I just listen. I just listen at this point, guys. Something got to be wrong with it.
Oh, man.
Because since when they become a team?
They got fired the set, the whole set, Elise. They got fired the set because that says to me that this number one position in the world. Tell a friend, knowing damn well that friend would tell a friend. That is supposed to be for them outside. You know exactly where they're going to.
take a lighter look. Just have a laugh with us. We are the antidote.